Hello, welcome on back to another Talking Tale video. In this one, we're going to be looking at the brand new TMNT issue number 5 from the RW TMNT ongoing series. Oh boy, this is getting longer and longer to read every time. So yeah, this one's going to be a different weird one, because this one we're going to be focusing on Hal and also Casey Jones and what's been happening behind the scenes from the last few issues. So this one, I'm not too sure if I should be excited for it or what, but looking at it so far, I have no interest in this issue really. I think if it wasn't for the fact that it's Turtles, I would have dropped this series by now. But either way, getting back into this one. So on this first page, we do get to see how he's walking through the streets with his new foot police protection service, which is rather interesting considering everything that he's been doing and all that kind of stuff. And now the Foot changed their uniform just to fit him. It's weird because it just doesn't seem like the kind of thing which would be happening, but either way, he's there, and he's gonna ask some questions about the mutants, about how they're getting abuse in a way, and he goes, you know, I don't want any more of these questions, and more get rid of them. And that's when we go over to the next page, which is where we start to see the Foot start to beat up the mob and all the people there, which is really surprising considering for what this is on TV and all that kind of stuff. So it's so weird to see all this kind of stuff. But then we go into a backstory of how he is, which, I mean, to be honest, doesn't really need a backstory. He's just some guy. But it turns out that he wasn't bullied at school. He was just a kid that was just forgotten about, and no one really cared about him. Which I got a feeling a lot of fans don't really care about him now. So, you know, doing a great job there. But yeah, so that's when we could go over to the next page, where we just get to see a lot more of just the Foot just abusing all these people, throwing shurikens at people, throwing smoke bombs or smoke arrows really into all. It just seems so weird that they're doing this all in broad daylight, and because it's supposed to be ninjas and the shadows, stealthy and all that kind of stuff. It's so out of place. But we do get to see him just talk a bit more about how he raised up, came up through the ranks and all that kind of stuff, saying he went to law school and he destroyed all his professors and all that kind of stuff, which is cool, I want to say. But then that's when to go over to the next bit, where he goes on to explain that basically because he became so good at his job, everyone stopped really caring about his victories and all that kind of stuff, and he was just kind of just there again. And even goes on to fire his whole team of the election, which yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, so after that he goes back home, and we do get to see his parents, which are actually nice and kind and caring, and actually want to listen to him, which is very surprising because then everyone else doesn't really want to care. So that's when we go to the next page, where we do get to see that his parents were killed by some sort of mutant, and we don't get to find out what mutant it is. I got a feeling that this might be an ongoing kind of thing, which it could be interesting depending on who the mutant is. I'm not exactly too sure who it could be. I mean, just looking at the all the cuts on the animals, or no, God, no, on the humans, I'd say that it's some sort of animal with sharp claws or something along those kind of lines, if it is an actual mutant. But yeah, so I'd say that this could be interesting, but at the same time, I just don't care about him enough to make this really be a impactful kind of thing, or a real motive behind everything he's doing. But that's when we do cut over to the next bit, where he's in a bar, he's just talking to the barman and going about how everything's bad and stupid and all the mutants and all that kind of stuff. And it's, yeah, he's really in a self-pity kind of stage, which after some of the things which he's been through, I can't blame him. But also at the same time, again, I just don't care about his character enough to really feel like this is impactful or anything like that. So that's when to go over to the final page for this preview, where we do get to see that he's about to talk to Ben Rocksteady. And yeah, I mean, on one hand, I do like this because I'm quite curious to see how he's going to be interacting with Ben Rocksteady, and looking at some of the covers for this one, I'm very curious to see how he's going to be interacting with the Foot and Cry and Casey, if they are involved in this issue. But my biggest question is how did it all go from, you know, how it was with the Foot and all that kind of stuff, to then going to something like this with all the people with the Foot attacking in broad daylight. It just seems so weird and out of place because of who the Foot are, and for them to do something like this. So this could be interesting, but at the same time, I don't have too much hope for this issue, so yeah. Oh boy, so yeah, okay, so for the description for this issue, it is what's been going on in New York City while the turtles have been scattered across the globe. A dangerous district attorney has come into power, and he's got a grudge against mutant kind. Backed by some powerful benefactors who are designed on who had designs on their own for the city, he's doing everything he can to stoke hatred against the mutants. With Timothy absent, Joel needs to step in and stop the power grab and figure out who's backing the nefarious new enemy. Enter Casey Jones. Just an Arrow completes his first story arc for TMNT, teaming the legendary artist Derek Robertson, co-creator of The Boys. So yeah, I'd say that overall for the description, it sounds. I mean, I must admit, it does sound pretty interesting because I'm very curious to see like how Casey's gonna be fitting into all this, how he's gonna be helping out, like stopping Hell and all that kind of stuff. It has got to be like, rather interesting in this issue, but also at the same time, I just really don't care about this new character whatsoever. So, like, pretty much this is gonna be like the big make or break kind of issue for me in terms of this new character. And just by looking at this one so far, I really don't have too much high hopes, so this issue has to be like really amazing, or if not, it's gonna. I feel like it might be one of the worst ones so far. So yeah, okay. So for the covers, we'll just go over the first 5 covers. So for the first cover, which is done by Javier Fernandez, we do get to see the turtles. They're like locked up behind Casey's mask, and I won't lie, it's actually a really cool cover. Like, I really like the layout for this one with the turtles behind Casey's mask, like almost like a gel kind of thing. It's very creative and something which I'm like quite surprised no one's thought to do before, because it feels like something which is like so obvious to do, but I'm quite surprised by that. So yeah, but it does look really nice. Also, I do really like the colours on this one, all the reds like scattered around. I really like the stuff on his nose. It looks like different and unique, and it looks really nice. So then for cover B, which is done by Afu Chan, this one we get to see the foot there in the like outside the building jumping down, and Casey's there like walking up. This looks like it's going to be a really cool cover. I hope that this kind of thing happens in the actual issue itself. If it does, this could be a really cool scene to see. At the same time, maybe Casey might die, so I guess we'll wait and see about that one. And then for cover C, which is done by Kevin Eastman, we got Casey who's there and Hale behind him. It's a very basic cover, there's not really too much to this one, so yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. Then for cover D, which is done by Jay Gonzo, this one, I think this is the only Christmas themed one, which is like quite surprising considering that this is like one of the like few new issues of this like month and all that kind of stuff. So it's weird how this is like the only cover we got versus a Christmas themed one. That is weird and sad. And I mean, I must admit, I do like the art style for this one, but I don't know, just something about it feels a little bit off because like there's no other Christmas theme kind of thing or anything like that. Also, I really do like Don's like new like snowman like suit kind of thing. That works a bit too well for him, way too well. And then for the final cover, which is cover E, which is done by Derek Robertson, and this image was used as the promotional image to say that he's on the book. It's cool, it's there, and yeah, oh boy. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Are you looking forward to it? Are you not? And yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. It was please share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.